That was Kate Hall. Got it? That was Kate Hall.
Hello. Hello, welcome. We're going to do Andrew. Hi, Pickles. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Pickles. So good to see you. I really would like to do Andrew's video. So I'm going to pull it up. Hopefully they don't. I hope they don't kick me out.
Regarding Andrew, I think he should be treated like everybody else. If this was like next door neighbour and you found out that he'd been messing about and sexually assaulting girls, despite the fact that he did.
Anybody being
circumstances. Normally,
Hi, Maureen. Woohoo, you're back. I am. Okay. Let's get into it, guys.
we'd be discussing your work, your duty. We'll come on to that. But today, you've chosen to speak out for the first time. Why have you decided to talk now?
Because there is no good time to talk about Mr. Epstein and all things associated. We've been talking to Newsnight for about 6 months about doing something around the work that I was doing. And unfortunately, we've just not been able to fit it into either your schedule or my schedule until now. And actually, it's a very good opportunity. And I'm delighted to be able to see you today.
As you say, all of this goes back to your friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. How did you first become friends? How did you meet?
Well, I met through his girlfriend back in 1999, and I'd known her since she was at university in the UK. And it would be, to some extent, a stretch to say that as it were, we were close friends. I mean, we were friends because of other people. To you today.
As you say, all of this goes back to your friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. How did you first become
Hi,
friends?
Lee.
How did you meet?
Well, I met through his girlfriend back in 1999, who, and I'd known her since she was at university in the UK. And it would be, to some extent, a stretch to say that as it were, we were close friends. I mean, we were friends because of other people. And I had a lot of opportunity to go to the United States, but I didn't have much time with him. I suppose I saw him once or twice a year, perhaps maybe maximum of 3 times a year. And quite often, if I was in the United States and doing things, and if he wasn't there, he would say, well, why don't you come and use my houses? So I said, that's very kind. Thank you very much indeed. But it would be a considerable stretch to say that he was a very, very close friend. But he had the most extraordinary ability to bring extraordinary people together. And that's the bit that I remember, is going to the dinner parties where you would meet academics, politicians, people from the United Nations. I mean, it was a cosmopolitan group of what I would describe as US eminence.
Was that his appeal then? Was that what you, because you were perceived by the public as being the party prince. Was that something you shared?
I think that's also a bit of a stretch. I don't know why I've collected that title, because I never have really partied. I was single for quite a long time in the early 80s. But then after I got married, I was very happy. And I've never...
He keeps shaking his head. He keeps doing this. When he does that, that means he's lying. No, that's not true. Yes, sweetheart. No, that's not true. No. He's shaking his head like, no, there's nothing going on here, nothing to see. Hello, how are you, Demon Dictator? I saw the last live from work and it was full of chaos. People from Maggot's channel. It was awful. What happened, Lee? Hope that you will hit the panel, Demon Dictator, for a commentary with Lady Letitia. I think she said she's in the bed. Which one? What live? Lee? I did a live earlier. All right, I got mine. This is for my super chat.
Never really felt the need to go and party. And certainly going to Jeffrey's was not about partying. Absolutely not.
You said you weren't very good friends.
No, not going to Epstein's house. It's not about partying. He does nothing with partying. Yeah, right. He had them women over there, Andrew. They were partying. They were doing stuff. Hello, Lisa B. What live? Whose live was it?
But would you describe him as a good friend? Did you trust him?
Yes, I think I probably did. But again, I mean, I don't go into a friendship looking for the wrong thing, if you understand what I mean. I'm an engaging person. I want to be able to engage. I want to find out. I want to learn. And so you have to remember that I was transitioning out of the Navy at the time. And in the transition, I wanted to find out more about what was going on, because in the Navy, it's a pretty isolated business because you're out at sea the whole time. And I was going to become the special representative for international trade and investment. So I wanted to know more about what was going on in the international business world. And so that was another reason for going there. And the opportunities that I had to go to Wall Street and other places to learn whilst I was there were absolutely vital.
He was your guest as well. In 2000, Epstein was a guest at Windsor Castle and at Sandringham. He was brought right into the heart of the royal family at your invitation.
But certainly at my invitation, not at the royal family's invitation. But remember that it was his girlfriend that was the key element in this. He was the, as it were, plus one to some extent.
Andrew, why are you trying to downplay your relationship with Epstein? I believe it was a plus one, Maxwell, and then he came along. Please. Okay, sounds good, guys. He's trying to downplay his situation in it. He's trying to make us believe that he didn't have this big relationship with Epstein, that they were acquaintances, but him and Maxwell were closer.
In that aspect.
Am I right in thinking you threw a birthday party for Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, at Sandringham?
No, it was a shooting weekend.
A shooting weekend.
Just a straightforward shooting weekend.
But during these times that he was a guest at Windsor Castle, at Sandringham, the shooting weekend,
Yep.
we now know that he was and had been procuring young girls for sex trafficking.
We now know that. At the time, there was no indication to me or anybody else that that was what he was doing. And certainly, when I...
That certainly was not what he was doing. Yes, he was, Andrew. He was doing that. Hello, Daisy, watching from the bed. Okay, this is not going to be too long. I think I'm going to just stay an hour, guys. Just hold you up for an hour. He makes it clear that him and Maxwell are friends, and him and Epstein are not on the close side. He didn't throw a party for Maxwell. It was a shooting party, a shooting situation. So it had nothing to do with a party. But he did invite them to Sandringham, the Windsor Castle, this PDF file.
saw him either in the United States Well, no, when I saw him in the United States, or when I was staying in his houses in the United States, there was
He's confused.
nobody else that was what he was doing. And certainly, when I saw him either in the United States, well, no, when I saw him in the United States, or when I was staying in his houses in the United States, there was no indication, absolutely no indication.
When I was staying with him in his house, there was absolutely no indication that there was anything going on at his house.
There was.
If there was,
You have to remember that at the time, I was patron of the NSPCC's Full Stop campaign, so I was close up with what was going on in those time about getting rid of abuse to children. So I knew what the things were to look for, but I never saw them.
So you would have made that connection because you stayed with him, you were a visitor, a guest on many occasions at his homes, and nothing.
he's protecting him. He's protecting Epstein. He doesn't want to know. He doesn't want Epstein. Epstein is already gone, but he's still protecting himself.
Struck you as suspicious.
Look at him. He can't. No is in his vocabulary. No, 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 and then no again.
Nothing.
During that whole time.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Just for the record, you've been
He's blinking real fast.
on his private plane.
Yes.
You've been to stay on his private island.
You've been on his private plane. We heard that Virginia told us that all kinds of SEX goes on the plane. Epstein can't even get on a plane without letting it out. That's what Victoria told us. Hello, Shirley T. He forgot his script. Terry, Andrew lied about everything. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Demon Dictator is a great mod. Sure, you can come up. We're just watching Andrew lie his way through this. Andrew's lying through his. He lying, okay? Andrew is telling a story. Get your story straight, Andrew. Get it straight.
Yes.
You've stayed at his home in Palm Beach.
Yes.
You visited Ghislaine Maxwell.
Hello, Demon Dictator.
Hi, everyone.
Oh my goodness. Is he not lying or what?
I don't even think he's lying. I think he just lives in a complete fantasy world. Alternate place. Let me get my phone so I can see the comments. Hold on.
Yeah, he's all over the place. Yeah, he is an embarrassment, Shirley. Sorry to hear that. Hello, Polly. Welcome. So good to see you.
He's such an he is an embarrassment, and I just can't fathom how he thought he'd done a good job on this.
Yeah, and then watching it again, I'm really catching him. In the beginning, like the whole Maxwell situation. Mm-hmm.
That's why I said put all the evidence first and then watch this again and you'll see it. You'll see the lies.
Yes, they are peeking out, okay? He's lying through his teeth.
Sorry, I got echo there.
House in Belgravia in London.
Yes.
So in 2006, in May, an arrest warrant was issued for Epstein for sexual assault of a minor.
Yes.
In July, he was invited to Windsor Castle to your daughter, Princess Beatrice's 18th birthday. Why would you do that?
Because I was asking Ghislaine. But even so, at the time, I don't think I.
You invited him to your kid's birthday party?
Certainly, I wasn't aware when the invitation was issued what was going on in the United States, and I wasn't aware until the media picked up on it, because he never said anything about it.
He never discussed with you the fact that an arrest warrant had been issued. No. So he came to that party knowing police were investigating.
Knowing that.
Well, I'm not quite sure. Was it police? I don't know. You see, this is the problem.
It was the Palm Beach police at the time.
But I mean, I'm afraid, you see, this is the problem. Is that an awful lot of this was going on in the United States, and I wasn't a party to it, and I knew nothing about it.
In 2008, he was convicted of soliciting and procuring a minor for prostitution. He was jailed. This was your friend. How did you feel about it?
Well, I ceased contact with him after I was aware that he was under investigation, and that was later on in 2006. And I wasn't in touch with him again until 2010. So I just it was one of those things that somebody's going through that sort of thing. Well, I'm terribly sorry, I can't be.
So no contact.
No contact.
When he was serving time, there was no call, no letter, nothing there.
No.
He was released in July. Within months, by December of 2010, you went to stay with him at his New York mansion. Why? Why were you staying with a convicted sex offender?
Right. I have always, ever since this has happened, and since this has become, as it were, public knowledge that I was there, I've questioned myself as to why did I go, and what was I doing, and was it the right thing to do? Now, I went there with the sole purpose of saying to him that because he had been convicted, it was inappropriate for us to be seen together. And I had a number of people counsel me in both directions, either to go and see him or not to go and see him. And I took the...
To go see him or not to go see him? What you going to see him for?
It just sounds so stupid, doesn't it? It just sounds so stupid.
It does. It just sounds like a lie. Just sounds like he's on a lie-a-thon.
It is. It's just like,
should I go see him or shouldn't I see him?
And a lot of people, I spoke to a lot of people who asked me, should I go and see him? Should I not? So I thought I should. And you're just like, why is this massive, long, drawn out explanations? And there is so much. This is one of the things about lying is how much extra bits, when people are trying to explain the situation, how many extra and how massive of an explanation they have to give for something that is pretty simple. And that's how you can tell a lie, because it's so long and drawn out, and every single bit is explained. Like, I've got to explain this bit and the whole procedures, and it's like a massive, long drawn out explanation. My thoughts and this person's thoughts, and I spoke to this person and that person, and you're going, why are you making it such a long drawn out thing? Why do you have to explain your thoughts and all of this and over here?
Exactly.
Because it's too many details. It's long and drawn out.
Long and drawn out. And
a liar has to cover all bases, every single base, every single question that someone can question me on. I pre-plan it and I look into every single detail and I address it all when I'm explaining it. So you can't come at me for anything, because I've explained everything to you already. It's too long and drawn out.
And I'm innocent because I had no idea that he was doing this behind the scenes. All I did was go to dinner parties with him, and I saw nothing. It was no partying, no nothing. Too many details. Oh, I got in contact with Ron. And Ron responded to me, and he just said, call him because it's hard to get through. But he didn't pick a day when we were going to get together, though.
That's good. Everyone
Yeah.
likes Ron. I like Ron. He makes me
doesn't
laugh.
recall that because this was serious, and I felt that doing it over the telephone was the chicken's way of doing it. I had to go and see him and talk to him.
No, it's not the chicken way of doing it. It's the way of letting a PDF file know that you don't want to have nothing else to do with him because he's a creep. No, you're like, should I go and be a gentleman about this? No, you wanted to go and know that they named you where you're going to get in trouble. What was going to happen with you?
Someone's coached him very badly for this. Someone's coached him and they've done a bad job. It's a chicken's way of saying it. You see, I'm not a chicken. All of you people watching, I'm not a chicken. I'm a big, strong man. I went and I dealt with it like a man. I'm not a weak chicken. I went as a big, strong man. Someone's coached him and they've done a really bad job.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman. I wanted to go as a
I'm not
gentleman.
a chicken. I'm not a chicken. Chicken. I'm a big, strong man.
I'm a big, strong man, and I stood up and I was going to go confront him and just let him know that we couldn't be friends anymore because he had this situation going on.
Yeah.
It didn't repulse you. It didn't make you sick. It made you want to see him again, Andrew.
You're a father with daughters and he's just been convicted and you still got to go there because you're not a chicken. I'm not a chicken. I'm going to go. I'm going to go and see him because I'm a big man. I'm not a little chicken. Chick. I'm not a chicken.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cece. Breaking news. U.S. Parliament has just voted to discontinue inheritance title members from being members of the House of Lords. What does that mean?
Good. So if you inherit a dukedom or a title from your father or mother, you won't automatically become a member of the House of Lords.
Oh, so that means Meghan and Harry's titles are in question?
No, House of Lords is a different thing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, something else. But good. Because people just inherit titles from their fathers and they get an automatic seat in the House of Lords and it just becomes a playground for rich, spoiled, entitled people who don't really have an interest in how the country's run, to be honest.
What time is it in the UK?
10:20 at night.
Is that too late to call Ron?
Yeah, because he's got a baby, isn't he?
Yeah, he's probably asleep. I'll try to call him tomorrow. Something happened earlier. We had some owls in the. Oh, okay.
It was when that stuff happened earlier. That's all.
With the blueberry and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
The sky is falling, Mary. The sky is falling.
Thank you, everyone, for your kind words about me being a good mod. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you're a wonderful
I
mom.
appreciate it, guys.
You guys
You're
are
such
great.
lovely people. You're
Thank
all
you.
wonderful people. Right. What other animal is Andrew not? He's not a chicken. Let's see what else he's not.
Okay.
He's a dog, though. He's a dirty
and I went
dog.
to see him, and I was doing a number of other things in New York at the time. And we had an opportunity to go for a walk in the park. And that was the conversation, coincidentally, that was photographed, which was when I said to him, I said, look, because of what has happened, I don't think it is appropriate that we should remain in contact. And by mutual agreement during that walk in the park, we decided that we would part company, and I left, I think it was the next day. And to this day, I never had any contact with him from that day forward.
What did he say when you told him that you were breaking up the friendship?
He was what I would describe
cried.
as understanding.
He cried. He cried like a little girl.
He didn't go into
It's
Yeah.
like, it's like when you,
great depths.
you break up a
You're not
relationship,
being
isn't it?
anymore? Yes. Just a sec.
in the conversation about what I was doing, what he was doing, except to say that he'd accepted whatever it was, a plea bargain. He'd served his time, and he was carrying on with his life. You see what I mean? And I said yes, but I'm afraid to say that's as may be. But with all the attendant scrutiny on me, then I don't think it is a wise thing to do.
Who advised you then that it was a good idea to go and break up the friendship? Did that come from the palace? Was Her Majesty the Queen involved?
No. That came from. So there were a number of people who so some people from my staff, some people from friends and family I was talking to, and I took the decision that it was I had to show leadership, and I had to go and see him, and I had to tell him.
Oh, there he is. You see, he's been a big man. He's not no chicken. He's no chicken. I had to show leadership
You have
and
to
be
show
a big man
leadership.
because I'm not a chicken. I'm not a chicken.
I'm not a chicken, but I had to show leadership to a pedophile, a PDF file.
Yeah.
What kind of crap a Doolittle is that?
Yeah.
I had to show leadership. I had to show myself as a gentleman, as an upstanding guy. I didn't want to leave him out in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid
I
stuff.
had to take control of the situation because I'm not a chicken. I'm not a chicken.
I'm not
I'm a
chicken.
leader. I'm a leader.
I had to show leadership.
I'm a big rooster. I'm not a chicken. I'm a rooster.
That's it.
That was December of 2010.
Yep.
He threw a party to celebrate his release, and you were invited.
Uh-oh.
That's Buckingham Palace shutting you down.
Okay. Don't do it to me.
If there was a party,
You don't
That was
remember.
December of 2010.
Yep.
He threw a party to celebrate his release, and you were invited as
No, I
a
didn't
guest
go.
of honor.
oh, in 2010, in fact, there certainly wasn't a party to celebrate his release in December, because it was a small dinner party. There were only 8 or 10 of us, I think, at the dinner. If there was a party, then I'd know nothing about that.
You were invited to that dinner as a guest of honor.
Well, I was there, so there was a dinner. I don't think it was quite. Yeah.
Were you there or not? Were you there or you're not?
I
It's a
was
simple
there.
question. You little chicken.
Well, yeah.
Were you there
was
or you're not?
It was was it a dinner party? I don't know if it was a dinner party for his release. I don't know if it was for his release, but it was just a dinner party. It was nothing
Yeah.
big. No big
It
deal.
was just a dinner. It was just a takeaway. We just got a takeaway on the way home. It wasn't a dinner. It was just we grabbed a pizza on the way home for no reason. It wasn't a dinner. But I was there though, or was I? Yes, I was.
Yeah.
But it was just a takeaway on the way home. It wasn't a dinner.
Okay, I was there at dinner. Yeah.
I'm just trying to work this out because you said you went to break up the relationship, and yet you stayed at that New York mansion several days. I'm wondering how long.
But I was doing a number of
Yeah.
other things while I was there.
You said you
staying at
didn't want to be with him no more and that the relationship was over, but y'all hung out that whole weekend.
I was
Yes.
a convicted sex offender.
It was a convenient place to stay. I
Oh, it was a convenience to stay with a PDF file. Okay, Andrew, this looks good. It's getting better and better.
I've gone through this
I
in my
went
mind
there
so many
to
times.
dump him. I showed leadership because I'm not a chicken.
I showed
And I
leadership.
showed leadership. And I went over there to dump this fool because he's a PDF file. And we didn't have dinner. We just got a takeaway. We got a pizza delivery, not a dinner. And then I thought, well, as I'm already there, I might as well stay there for a couple of days. See, I said it better for you. I didn't have to stuff that. I said it better. He's such a moron. It's awful. He just made it
That
worse for
is-
himself. Every
He's-
5 minutes, he just made it digging himself a bigger hole.
It made a fool out of himself. Just a total, just, oh, this was bad.
At the end of the day, with the benefit of all the hindsight that one could have, it was definitely the wrong thing to do. But at the time, I felt it was the,
Now,
it was the honourable right thing to do.
hindsight, I'm sorry, hindsight is nothing to do with it. This is a dirty old man, right, with things coming and going in the house. It's not a hindsight thing.
No, and then he said it was the honorable thing to do.
Yeah. It's an honourable thing. I'm an honourable man, and I showed leadership because I'm not a chicken.
No,
And I went over there. I went over there to dump him, and I dumped him, and then I stayed for dinner, and ended up staying for a couple of days.
Yeah,
But
it was-
hindsight is a wonderful thing. I wish I had it. Honestly, yes, I agree, Shirley. I do.
Admit fully that my judgment was probably coloured by my tendency to be too honourable, but that's just the way it is.
How much did you pay her? How much did you pay someone that you never met? 12 million of someone, that's a very honourable man.
very honorable.
During
Jeez.
that time, those few days, witnesses say they saw many young girls coming and going at the time. There is video footage of Epstein accompanied by young girls. And you were there staying in his house, catching up with friends.
I
If they were, then
never.
I wasn't a party to any of that. I never saw them. I mean, you have to understand that his house. I described it more as almost as a railway station, if you know what I mean, in the sense that there were people coming in and out of that house all the time. What they were doing and why they were there, I had nothing to do with.
Oh, come on. Just come on. But young girls, teenage girls in and out of the house. Come on.
I had nothing to do with that.
I don't know why they were there of a convicted PDF file. And we now know you was on that island, you was on that plane. We all know what happened. Why did you even get
on the plane, Andrew?
Why did he even do this? But I'm glad he did do it because we saw him for the evil man he really is.
Idiotness that he is.
So I'm afraid I can't make any comment on that because I really don't know.
Another guest was John.
Look at his face there. Look at his face there. Oh, that evil stare.
Yeah, I don't know. He keeps shaking his head too. That no shake.
His house. I described it more as almost as a railway station, if you know what I mean, in the sense that there were people coming in and out of that house all the time. What they were doing and why they were there, I had nothing to do with. So I'm afraid I can't make any comment on that because I really don't know.
Another guest was John Brockman, the literary agent. Now, he described seeing you there, getting a foot massage from a
Did you see his eyes? Like he didn't know.
Yeah.
You know he was there. He said he saw you.
Someone ratted on you, Andrew. Someone ratted on you like the dirty pig you are. They ratted on you. Really? He knew that man was there. Like you could see that fake shock. Oh my God, that fake shock.
It was fake.
young Russian woman. Did that happen?
No,
Uh-oh.
You're absolutely sure, or
Yeah.
you can't remember?
absolutely sure.
So John Brockman's statement is false.
Well, I don't know Mr. Brockman, so I don't know what he's talking about.
But that definitely wasn't you getting a foot massage from a Russian girl in Jeffrey Epstein's house.
No.
it might seem a funny way to break off a friendship, a 4-day house party.
But the thing here, right, is if somebody had said to you, you was having a massage and I saw you having a foot massage. What's wrong with the foot massage?
What's
Nothing.
wrong with it?
Were you someone saw you having a foot massage in Jeffrey Epstein's house? Yes, I did. Because there's nothing wrong with a foot massage.
No.
And a young Russian girl, well, you can say, well, she was a qualified massage just because she's young and Russian. That doesn't mean anything. She was a qualified masseuse. There's nothing wrong with getting a foot massage. But he's like, oh, no, I didn't do it.
Right.
This is probably the only bit where he could legitimately say, yes, I was in his house and she was a masseuse who came in and gave me a foot massage.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But he's gone into a panic. Oh my God, I didn't know.
You're giving me a foot massage.
Sorts with a dinner. It's an odd way to break up a friendship.
It's a difficult way of putting it. That's a very stark way of putting it. Yes, you're absolutely right. But actually, the truth of it is that I actually only saw him for about the dinner party, the walk in the park, and probably passing in the passage.
So
I saw him in the kitchen. I went to the bathroom. I saw him pass by there, and then I saw him at the dinner party, and that was it. I didn't see him anymore.
Is that slightly over-explaining it a bit? He's over-explaining it again.
Over-explaining. Going too far.
Central Park walk, which was snapped.
The walk.
Friends of yours suggest that Epstein wanted that photo taken. Perhaps he'd even set it up. Do you worry that you were being played?
Again, new information is coming out since his suicide has made us reappraise that walk in the park. We can't find any evidence, or my staff and my people and I can't find any evidence to suggest that that was what he was doing. I mean, you can look at it in so many different ways. But the fact of the matter is that somebody very cleverly took that photograph. It wasn't, as far as I remember, nor do my security people remember anybody being present or close, because there were enough security around. I mean, there are photographs of the security people are around in the photograph. So I mean, he could have done, but
I guess what I'm asking.
It was set up. It was set up. Shirley, it was set up. So he set him up bad. He goes, let's go for a walk in the park, get some ice. It's a lovely day. Let's go and get for a walk in the park, get some ice cream, Andrew. And he goes, yes, Jeffrey. And click, click, click. There's a camera in the way.
Yep. Click, click, click. You with Epstein.
Present or close, because there were enough security around. I mean, there are photographs of the security people are around in the photo. So I mean, he could have done, but
I guess what I'm asking is, do you feel that you were part of Epstein's public rehabilitation?
Oh no, funny enough, I don't. No, I mean, if he was doing, if that photograph was taken for that with that purpose in mind, then it doesn't equate to what actually happened.
So why wouldn't you announce this breakup when you got back? Why wouldn't you publicly explain what you'd done? Did you worry that he had something that could compromise you?
No.
Do you regret that trip?
Yes.
Do you regret the whole friendship with Epstein?
Now, still not. And the reason being is that the people that I met and the opportunities that I was given to learn, either by him or because of him, were actually very useful. He himself, not as it were as close as you might think. We weren't that close. So therefore, I mean, yes, I would go and stay in his house, but that was because of his girlfriend, not because of him.
Was that visit, December of 2010, the only time you saw him after he was convicted?
Yes,
Did you see him or speak to him again?
No, that was that. 2010 was it. That was it, because I went Well, first of all, I wanted to make sure that if I was going to go and see him, I had to make sure that there was enough time between his release, because it wasn't something that I was going into in a hurry, but I had to go and see him. I had to go and see him. I
And
had to
stay with him and stay in the house.
I
for
could
convicted
easily have
sex
gone and
I
offenders.
had
stayed
to go
somewhere
and
else.
see him. I had to go and see him.
But sheer convenience of being able to get a hold of the man was. I mean, he was in and out all over the place. So getting him in one place for a period of time to actually have a long enough conversation to say, look, these are the reasons why I'm not going to, and that happened on the walk.
July of this year, Epstein was arrested on charges of sex trafficking
Again,
and
that massive
abusing dozens of
over-explaining.
underage girls.
I
Yeah,
had to see him, but I had to see him.
I had to see him.
To see him. Why?
I had to.
Because he's an honourable man and he was being a leader, and because he's not a chicken. Jesus, I had to see him. I had to see him. This massive over-explanation, this over-explanation, the over-emphasis. I had to go and see him. I had to do it face to face. That's why I was there, because I had to do this massive, this over-explaining, this over-emphasizing. I had to go and see him.
I had to go and see him.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's overdoing it there.
One of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Roberts,
Yeah.
has made allegations against you. She says she met you in 2001. She says she dined with you, danced with you at Tramp nightclub in London. She went on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging
His
to Glenn
face.
Maxwell, your friend.
His
Your
face.
response?
It's just stone walled.
It is. It's like, here it comes. Here he's preparing. Here it comes. Here's the horrible question.
Yep.
He's ready.
I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady.
Oh,
None.
yeah,
That's
chicken
a lie.
scumbag.
Chicken scumbag lying, talking about I have no recollection.
Oh, it's
I have
just,
no recollection.
ugh.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
You
Doesn't.
don't remember
awful.
meeting her.
No.
She says she met you in 2001. She dined with you. She danced with you. You bought her drinks. You were in Tramp nightclub in London. And she went on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Didn't happen.
Do you remember her?
No, I have no recollection of ever meeting her. I'm almost, in fact, I'm convinced that I was in in trance with her. There are a number of things that are wrong with that story.
I'm
One of which
convinced.
is that I don't know where the bar is in trance. I don't drink. I don't think I've ever bought a drink in trance. Whenever I was there,
This over-explanation again. He's
no.
over-explaining it again.
Couldn't have happened because the date that is being suggested, I was at home with the children. Convinced that I was never in trance with her. There are a number of things that are wrong with that story. One of which is that I don't know where the bar is in trance.
Oh, and that's
I
irrelevant.
don't
Why?
drink.
That's relevant? Really?
I don't think I've ever.
It's, you can see when he's talking, one of the biggest things of lying is that rapid blinking. Meghan Markle does it too, that rapid blinking, where your brain is working too fast. You're trying to think far quicker than what your brain can process. And that massive rapid blinking, because your brain goes into overdrive. And the examples that he's given of why he never met this woman and he didn't meet her are so pathetic. The examples I'm giving of why I never met her is, I don't know where the bar is in Tramps. What's that got to do with anything? How can that prove that he never met someone because he doesn't know where the bar is? What nonsense. And I don't drink and I don't sweat and I was at Pizza Express. These are the examples that he's giving as to why he never met this woman. Because the truth of the matter is he can't give a genuine reason as to why he never met her, other than I never met her. but the examples he's giving us are stupid. It's irrelevant.
That's right. It's just, he's like, I've never met her. I don't know who she is. I don't no recollection. That's not good enough. It's just not good enough, Andrew. She has asked him in so many different ways about this lady, and now we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. And you could see that rapid blink. Did you hear what I said about the rapid blinking?
Yes.
Megan does it too. That
Okay.
massive, when the brain is going into overdrive, it just can't. He's trying to think, I'm trying to think, and the eyes just that rapid blinking.
Exactly.
That's right, Maureen. He was doing his delivery round, pizza round.
Yeah, he's gonna bring up the pizza.
Ever bought a drink in Tramp whenever I was there?
Do you remember dancing at Tramp?
No, I can't dance either.
That couldn't have happened because the date that is being suggested, I was at home with the children.
Who's at home with the children?
You know that you were at home with the children. Was it a memorable night?
On that particular day that
Home with the
we now
children.
understand is the date, which is the 10th of March. I was at home. I was with the children. I'd taken Beatrice to a Pizza Express in Woking for a party at I suppose sort of 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And then because the Duchess was away, we have a simple rule in the family that when one's away, the other one's there. I was on terminal leave at the time from the Royal Navy, so therefore I was at home.
Why would you remember that so specifically? Why would you remember a Pizza Express birthday and being at home?
Because going to Pizza Express in Woking is an unusual thing for me to do. A very unusual thing for me to do. I've only been to Woking a couple of times, and I remember it weirdly.
He's
distinctly.
blinking.
But as soon as somebody reminded me of
Yeah,
it,
he
I
is.
went, oh, yes, I
Panic,
remember that.
panic.
I have no recollection of ever meeting or being in the company or the presence.
So you're absolutely sure that you're at home on the 10th of March.
Yeah.
She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you and you profusely sweating, and that she went on to have bath, possibly.
There's a slight problem with the sweating
Uh-oh.
because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time, and that was actually yes, I didn't sweat at the time because I.
Dancing with you and you profusely sweating
Again,
and that she went on to have
over-explaining details. He's over-explaining details that don't matter. The details that do matter, I don't know her, never met her, sorry. And then this massive over-explaining of ridiculousness that doesn't matter. That half of it doesn't even make sense.
Doesn't
But
make
he's
sense.
over-explaining things that are irrelevant. That's the word I was thinking of. He's over-explaining things that are irrelevant. But what is relevant? Oh no, I just didn't know it. And he cuts it off straight away and then goes off into a tangent about something else.
Yeah, the pizza. That's something I normally wouldn't do.
Yeah.
That's I remember that
He spent
situation, but I don't remember ever seeing her. I don't remember that night. I don't remember that.
Yeah. But I can sit and talk for a couple of minutes on bloody Pizza Hut in Woking. I can sit and go on about that all night, but I just didn't met her at all. I can't meet her because I don't know. I never met her. And the reason why is because I was at Pizza Hut in Woking and I don't know where the bar is in Tramps. I don't sweat. So I can't see. There's all my evidence of why I didn't know her, because all of this, there's all my evidence as to why. And it's stupid.
It's very, very stupid. Pizza, the girls,
Don't
Fergie
sweat.
Town.
Yeah. I'm an honourable man. I'm a leader and I'm not a chicken. But I never met her. Jesus H. Christ. I never met her.
Yeah, he thinks we're stupid, Shirley.
possibly.
There's a slight
Stupid.
problem with the sweating because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat. Well, I didn't sweat at the time, and that was actually yes, I didn't sweat at the time
Yeah.
because
I always got to think.
had suffered what
Forgot
I
his
described
script.
as
Forgot
He had to think about it. Yeah, I didn't sweat at
he
the
forgot
time.
the script. He forgot the script. He forgot his script.
Yep.
Panic. I forgot the script.
Look.
You've been
no.
cut off. You've been cut off.
Oh, shoot.
You've been cut off.
How you know?
Because I'm watching it on my phone for the comments.
Okay, guys. Unfortunately, we can't look at his face, but we can watch it. Okay. Hold on, please. Here we go.
You're back. You're back.
I wonder, should we just keep going?
Might as well.
Yeah, if it stops again, then we'll do it the other way.
Yeah, I'm menopausal, so I don't sleep. I can't even remember last time I slept.
yes, I didn't sweat at the time. I had suffered what I would describe as an overdose of adrenaline in the Falklands War when I was shot at, and I simply it was almost impossible for me to. It's only because
sorry.
I have a number of things in the recent past that I'm starting to be able to do that again. So I'm afraid to say that there's a medical condition that says that I didn't do it.
Oh, you have a medical condition that says you couldn't do it at the time. You can sweat now, but you couldn't at the time.
Right, because you had a medical condition.
He said it's coming back now, but I couldn't do it at the time, but it's coming back now. Again, this over explaining of nonsense and irrelevant things. It's just crazy.
With her, danced with her in Tramp, had sex with her on another date.
No.
Do you remember meeting her at all?
No.
No, you
Do you
can't.
know
You've
you
been
didn't meet
no,
her,
no, you're back.
or do you just not remember?
Huh?
I can't see if you're back again. Hold on. Now you're back. Yeah, you're back.
No, I have. I don't know if I've met her, but no, I have no recollection of meeting her.
Because she was very
We got kicked out, guys.
specific. She described the dance that you had together in Tramp. She described meeting you. She was a 17-year-old
Thank
girl
you, Lee.
meeting a senior member of the royal family.
Never happened.
She provided a photo of the
Yes.
two of you together.
Yes.
Your arm was around her waist.
Yes.
You've seen the photo.
I've seen the photograph.
How do you explain that?
I can't. Because I don't. I have.
Go
no,
explain
again, I have
everything else
absolutely no
in
memory.
massive detail.
Yeah, you really broke it down for us.
Explain everything else in great big detail except for that. Pizza Hut, not going over to New York, all of that, but nope, can't explain that.
Let me speed him up too. That helps too. It is sped up. Okay.
That
Oh,
photograph
Doody
never been
bird.
taken.
Do you
I've got
recognise it?
menopause. I've not slept in a long time. I'm fine.
Oh.
Yourself in the
Oh, yeah,
photo?
it's pretty difficult not to recognise yourself.
Your friend suggested that the photo is fake.
I think it's from the investigations that we've done, you can't prove whether or not that photograph is faked or not, because it is a photograph of a photograph of a photograph. So it's very difficult to be able to prove it. But I don't remember that photograph ever being taken.
But it's possible that it was you with your arm around
That's
her waist.
me, but whether that's my hand or whether that's the position, I have simply no recollection of a photograph ever being taken.
It's just
The
not
world
good
has never
enough.
seen the photo.
It's not.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough. I have no recollection.
It's
Like,
just not good
maybe-
enough. But David Boyes, who was Virginia's lawyer, they said you got hit again.
All right, guys, we're gonna put it on here, my phone.
Yeah.
We're gonna put it on my phone. You won't be able to see his face, but no, he's blinking every 5 minutes.
Oh, little bit, little pumpkin.
Little bit. What you yelling for? Okay. Kira.
I don't remember.
Sorry, guys, we're back again. I think she's just going to play it on her phone, so we just have to hear him. We're not going to be able to see him, though, but we can hear him. But a little bit's just there right now.
I don't remember that photograph ever being taken. I don't remember going upstairs in the house, because that photograph is taken upstairs. And I'm not entirely convinced that, I mean, that is what I would describe as me in that picture, but we can't be certain as to whether or not that's my hand on her whatever it is, left side.
You think that
Because
You can't decide if that's my hand on her left side.
That may not be my hand. Whose hand is it?
We can't decide if it's my hand on her left side.
Yeah, it's weird.
so why would somebody have put in another hand? You think it is you next to her in the photo?
Oh, it's definitely me. And that's a picture of me. It's not a picture of. I don't believe it's a picture of me in London, because when I go out in London, I wear a suit and a tie. That's what I would describe as those are my travelling clothes if I'm going overseas. So I've got plenty of photographs of me dressed in.
So those are your travel clothes. So that is you.
Those sorts of sort of kit, but not there.
Just to clarify, so you think that photo has been faked?
Nobody can prove whether or not that photograph has been doctored, but I don't recollect that photograph ever being taken.
And you don't recollect having your hand
No.
round her waist in Ghislaine Maxwell's house on any occasion, even if it was a
I'm
different
terribly
date?
sorry, but if I, as a member of the royal family, and I have a photograph taken, and I take very, very few photographs, I am not one to, as it were, hug, and public displays of affection are not something that I do. So that's the best explanation I can give you.
What?
I'm afraid to say that I don't believe that photograph
That's the best
was taken in the way that has been suggested.
Why would people not believe that you were there?
I'm sorry, why would...
I'm just trying to understand. There's a photo inside Ghislaine Maxwell's house.
with
Ghislaine
you.
herself is in the background. Why would people not believe that you were there with her that night?
Well, they might well wish to believe it, but the photograph is taken upstairs, and I don't think I ever went upstairs.
It's so silly. It can't be me because I can't. It's a picture of me, but it might not be my hand on her waist. It can't be me because I don't wear clothes like that. I wear a suit.
Only wear them when I'm traveling.
Yeah, except when I'm traveling, and I never went upstairs in the house. And you know, again, it's just it's massive over explaining of nonsense.
Nonsense. He's all over the place. He's lying
Yes.
to his teeth. And it's really shameful.
It's that again, like we've been saying all through the whole thing, is that over explaining and trying to over analyze every, like, they probably would have got the questions for this before, and that he would have been coached on everything, and so he would have had to explain every single part of the picture and every single overanalyze every single his answer to all the questions to try and give an answer, but it doesn't work. It's stupid because the answers that he's giving is just, they're just irrelevant and they don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
You're sure of that?
Yeah, because the dining room and everything was on the ground floor. Was as you came in the hall. So I don't remember ever going up there. I'm at a loss to explain this particular photograph. If the original was ever produced.
Maureen makes me laugh.
You can say categorically that you don't recall meeting Virginia Roberts, dining with her, dancing with her at Tramp, or going on to have sex with her in a bedroom in a house in Belgravia.
I can absolutely categorically tell you it never happened.
Do you recall any kind of sexual contact with Virginia Roberts then or any other time?
None whatsoever.
Because she said in a legal deposition, a legal court document in 2015, she had sex with you 3 times. Not confused about this. She said the first was in London.
He's laughing.
The second was at Epstein's mansion in New York.
He's laughing. That is dated April, I believe. Is that correct?
You said it was a month or so later.
Yeah. Well, I think the date we have for that.
The date is off.
Shows that I was in New York the previous day, and I was at a dinner for the Outward Bound Trust in New York, and then I flew up to Boston the following day. And then on the day that she says that this occurred, she really left to go to the island before I got back from Boston. I don't think that could have happened.
There was a witness there, Johanna Stolberg, who says that I did visit the house in that month.
We did, I think. And one of the weird things, I was staying with the because of what I'm doing, I was staying with the Consul General, which is further down the street on Fifth.
There's an echo, Demon Dictator, coming from you.
Hold on. Let me come out and come back in. Can you drop the link? I'll come back out and come back in again, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, guys. Andrew is lying through his teeth. He said he couldn't have been there because he was somewhere else. So a witness said that they saw him there that weekend. He said, well, if I was there that weekend, it wasn't very long or something like that. Just lying. Just telling a story.
I wasn't staying there. I may have visited, but no, definitely no active.
He says, I may have visited, but definitely no, nothing happened between him and Home Chick.
Because in a legal deposition, 2015, she said she had sex with you 3 times. Once in a London house when she was trafficked to you in Maxwell's house.
Yes.
Once in New York.
Trafficked.
A month or so later at Epstein's mansion. And once on his private island in a group of 7 or 8 other girls.
No.
No.
No to all of it.
All of it.
All of it.
Absolutely no.
Absolutely not.
Why would she be saying those things?
We wonder exactly the same, but I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
She made these claims in a US deposition.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying you don't believe her? She's lying.
That's a very difficult thing to because I'm not in a position to know what she's trying to achieve, but I can tell you categorically, I don't remember meeting her at all. I do not remember a photograph being taken, and I've said consistently and frequently that we never had any sort of sexual contact whatever.
She spoke about you outside the court in August of this year. She said, I quote, "He knows exactly what he's done, and I hope he comes clean about it."
And the answer is nothing.
So if Virginia Roberts is watching this interview, what is your message to her?
I don't have a message for her
Uh-oh.
because I have to have a thick skin. If somebody's going to make those sorts of allegations, then I've just got to have a thick skin and get on with it. But they never happened.
For the record, is there any...
If someone said that happened, I got to get on with it. No, wouldn't you want to clear your name?
Well, technically, that's what he's doing now, but he just made a terrible job of it. This is him clearing his name, and he just made it worse for himself.
Yes,
and you gave her £12 million, Andrew. You know,
£12 million,
Andrew. £12 million or dollars, whichever one it was.
You gave her some money.
You gave her money for you categorically can't remember ever meeting her. I categorically cannot remember her meeting him, meeting her. I don't sweat. I can't have met her because I don't know where the bar is. I don't sweat and I don't go upstairs, and I have a random hand that appeared to go around her waist, which I don't do that. So somebody else must have put my hand around her waist. Oh, how stupid.
Yeah, my hands are not that big.
And I gave her £12 million, but I categorically cannot remember meeting her.
Yeah, I was getting pizza and I wasn't there that day.
I was in Pizza Hut in Woking. And I know that because I don't do things like that. Oh,
wow.
It's hilarious, but there's actually a terrible story behind this. But
yeah, it is.
It's and she was a very brave girl, Virginia.
Yeah, and he's a liar, Thon.
Yeah.
Way you could have had sex with that young woman or any young woman trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein in any of his residences?
No. And without putting too fine a point on it, if you're a man, it is a positive act to have sex with somebody. You have to take some sort of positive action. And so therefore, if you try to forget, it's very difficult to try and forget positive action. And
what?
I cannot remember.
Oh my God. This
what
is worse.
A positive action?
This is the worst thing he could have said.
I know, he's talking about sex now.
Yeah. That sex is a good thing and a positive thing.
It's a positive
and
thing.
So I would remember having sex with her because it's a positive thing. That's nasty.
That's nasty.
That's an awful thing to
Nasty.
say.
Why even bring that up?
Because
Why
having sex
say
is a good thing and a positive thing, and
And I
so
don't remember
I
having
would
sex.
remember that as well. Oh, that's not what that is. She was 17, you dirty. Oh,
Exactly. And then he's like, I would have remembered that because it was a positive thing. Like, why would you say that at all?
sex for a man is a positive thing, so that's why I would remember it on that point too. Oh, you filthy chicken. You dirty old chicken. Ah,
I don't have a message for her
you
because
filthy
I
brute.
have to have thick skin. If somebody's going to make those sorts of allegations, then I've just got to have a thick skin and get on with it. But they never happened.
For the record, is there any way you could have had sex with that young woman or
Hi,
any
Lizzie.
young woman trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein in any of his residences?
No. And without putting too fine a point on it, if you're a man, it is a positive act to have sex with somebody. You have to take some sort of positive action. And so therefore, if you try to forget, it's very difficult to try and forget positive action.
That's awful. I can't. That's awful. I can't. That's gone through me.
I know. He said
What?
it. It
Oh
came out
my
of his
God.
mouth. You're talking about like if you were married to Fergie and having a positive experience. This is not a positive experience. And then he's talking about it. Like this is how it goes. Ew.
Okay, is that over again, like I said, he was coached for this, but he was coached very badly. And it's over explaining, but there is over explaining and there's just no.
Dirty old
No.
chicken.
Dirty old chicken.
Yes. He's
It-
off his
That's
rocker.
horrendous. Why would you even
Say
put that
it.
in the universe? Why would you even think that? So he's got this question. He's going, right, and I need to answer this question. And I know what I've got a great answer for this question. Well, sex is a positive thing for a man, and that's why I would. What is? Oh my God! Whoever coached you for this, Andrew, you need to go and get your money back because they are bad.
Oh my God. It's a positive thing for a man. He didn't, now you, oh, shoot.
Brain, I'm thinking, oh, well, when the allegations came out originally, I went, well, that's a bit strange. I don't remember this. And then
He said when it first came out, he was looking up at the sky and saying, I don't remember this.
I don't remember this. I don't remember anything positive happening, any positive experience with her. I can't even say it again. I can't even say it. It's gone through me. I can't even repeat that.
It's positive.
I've been through it and through it and through it over and over and over again.
Yeah, we've heard all of the bloody explaining of you thinking it over and over, thinking it over and over and over and over again. My God.
Mary.
Never happened.
Epstein's housekeeper, also in a Florida court legal deposition, said that you visited the Palm Beach residence around 4 times a year. You got a daily massage.
4 times a year?
That was what he said in a Florida court legal deposition.
No.
I'm just wondering, when you look back now, is there a chance that those massages might have been the services of someone who was being sexually exploited or trafficked by Epstein?
No.
No. No.
Definitely not. Definitely not. And I definitely did not visit his Palm Beach house 3 or 4 times a year. Absolutely not.
How many times would you say you visited?
In total, probably 4 times. In total, the time that I knew him. In fact,
I never went to his house 3 or 4 times. In actual fact, I went 4 times. Oh.
Nice thinking. He didn't want it back in the sky. You know how he looks up in the sky?
Yeah, he's forgotten his script. I can't remember his script. I didn't go 3 or 4 times. No, I didn't. I went 4 times. What an idiot.
No, not 4 times a year. That's a lot.
if you see what I mean, he was in the house more there than in other places.
He's going. He's losing it.
Stuttering.
He's stuttering again.
So that's where you find him.
In total, throughout the time that I knew him, in fact, probably that was the place that if you see what I mean, he was in the house more there than in other
What
places.
house?
So that's where you find him.
I can't speak right now.
Yeah, he's all over the place. She asked him, how many times have you been there in 1 year? And went into something totally different.
Yeah.
Not even what she asked him.
He's got him stuck. He can't get there. I'm trying to think. I can't think. I forgot my script.
I don't know what to say. Absolutely deny.
Palm Beach House 3 or 4 times a year. Absolutely not.
How many times would you say you visited?
In total, probably 4 times. In total, throughout the time that I knew him. In fact, probably that was the place that if you see what I mean, he was in the house more there than in other places.
What?
So that's where you find him.
But it was usually because I was going through and on somewhere else. So it was a day. That was it.
You said in your
A day.
statement from the palace, at no time did I see, witness, or suspect any suspicious behaviour.
Yep.
Virginia Roberts' legal team says you could not spend time around Epstein and not know what was going on.
Oh.
You could not spend time around Epstein and not know what was going on.
Oh.
If you are somebody like me,
What about
then
you?
people behave in a subtly different way.
Oh, for Christ's sake! Sorry, excuse my language.
Looking for it.
Now he's going to talk about his privilege because he's different. So they're going to act different in front of him.
If you are somebody like me, then people
A
behave
chicken.
in a subtly different way. You wouldn't. First of all, I'm not looking for it. That's the thing. Is if you're looking for it,
You should have been, you dumb jerkadoo. Why weren't you looking for it?
You said earlier on the interview you work for the NSPCC, the National Prevention of Cruelty to Children, and I'm trained to look for these things. So you don't have to go looking for it. You said that you was trained to see these things.
Right.
So it should have been glaringly obvious if you've got young girls coming in and out of the house, as you also said in the interview. There was lots of young girls coming in at the house. And you also said that you were trained by the NSPCC to see these things.
Yes.
Oh.
And you didn't see, and they said it's impossible to hang out with Epstein without knowing this about him?
Might have suspected now, with the benefit of a huge amount of hindsight, a huge amount of analysis, you look back and you go, well, was that really the way that it was, or was I looking at it the wrong way? But you don't-
Oh, he is killing me. Was it really what it was, or was I looking at something different? You know exactly what it was, Andrew. Stop the BS.
Epstein and not know what was going on.
if you are somebody like me, then people behave in a subtly different way.
Oh, go away.
First of all, I'm not looking for it. That's the thing. You see, if you're looking for it, then you might have suspected now, with the benefit of a huge amount of hindsight, a huge amount of analysis.
He sure
You
did.
look back and you go, well, was that really the way that it was, or was I looking at it the wrong way? But you don't go into
Oh, this is so pathetic. This is getting stupid.
Yeah, it is. It's
Just
really getting
I've
stupid.
seen it the wrong way, or if I'd looked at it in a different, like a different lens, like Meghan Markle, I would have seen it better. Oh, this is getting so stupid.
That's bad. It's really
These
bad.
explanations are getting
Yes.
so crazy.
It just reeks of guilt all over him. If I had been paying attention, or if it had come to me, maybe in hindsight, no, you were supposed to protect these women.
If I'd showed better leadership and been a more of an honourable man
Right.
and not been such a chicken and a
He
dirty
should-
chicken, I could have and looked at it better.
He said he was honorable and a leader. The nerve.
And not a chicken.
He saw a lot and he saw nothing, Mary.
looking for that.
You could not
Then-
spend time around him. That was what they said. You could not.
Right, so
Look,
a
look,
huge
let's
amount
bring it
of-
back around. She's got to bring it back around to you and let you know that you could not spend time with them without knowing that he had these girls in this house doing what he did.
analysis. You
They
look
were
back
on the
and you go,
plane. You
well,
was on
was
his
that
plane.
really the way that it was, or was I looking at it the wrong way? But you don't go into these places. You don't go to stay with people looking for that.
You could not
Then-
spend time.
You don't go to people's house spending
You
the
don't go,
night.
of course, you don't go looking for it. Of course, you
You're
know.
looking
No one
for
goes
it.
to someone's house looking for it,
You idiot.
but it's there. The clue is the
It's
traffic
still
of teenage
there.
girls,
Yeah, he
of the
knew it
young
was
girls
there.
coming out of the house, and the massages,
He knew
in air
it was
quotes,
there.
massages that are going on, and the fact that he was a registered PDF file at this point. This is the point that he was actually convicted PDF file. Oh, you don't go there looking for it. He was a registered PDF file, and he's got young girls coming in and out of the house. What more could you not see?
Like a
And
train station.
you were a patron of the NSPCC, the National Protection of Cruelty to Children, and you're trained to see these things. You're an idiot.
Around him. That was what they said. You could not spend time around him and not know.
Look, the other aspect of this is that I live in an institution at Buckingham Palace which has members of staff walking around all the time, and I don't wish to appear grand, but there were a lot of people who were walking around Jeffrey Epstein's house. As far as I was aware, they were staff. They were people that were working for him, or doing things. I interacted with them, if you were to say good morning, good afternoon, but I didn't if you see what I mean, interact with them in a way that was, you know, what are you doing here? Why are you here? What's going on?
But you'd notice if there were hundreds of underage girls in Buckingham
Oh,
Palace.
Exactly.
Sorry, you wouldn't notice if there were hundreds of
What you say?
Who, me? No, I was just chatting over it.
doing things. I, as it were, I interacted with them, if you want to say good morning, good afternoon, but I didn't, if you see what I mean, interact with them in a way that was, you know, what are you doing here? Why are you here? What's going on?
But you'd notice if there were hundreds of underage girls in Buckingham Palace,
God.
wouldn't you?
But sorry, you would notice if there were hundreds of underage girls in Jeffrey's house. Wasn't there? Not when I was there. Now, he may have changed his behaviour patterns in order for that not to be obvious to me.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
just
please.
come
Oh,
on.
Andrew's coming. Hide, young ladies. Hide. Yeah, right.
He had a right old brothel going on, except when I was there. Just when
Right.
I was there, it wasn't there. But because I am a prince and I have staff and servants all around me, I didn't think it was anything. I thought it was perfectly normal. Oh, it's just so stupid. And I'm an
Yeah.
honourable man, and I show leadership
sure.
because I'm not a chicken.
Leadership.
No,
Hello,
I'm no chicken.
Kamari. Welcome. Staff walking around in bikinis. Yep.
Or 50, all underage. Come on.
You're asking me to speculate on things that I just don't know about.
You seem utterly convinced you're telling the truth. Would you be willing to testify or give a statement under oath if you were asked?
Well, I'm like everybody else. And I would have to take all the legal advice that there was before I was to do that sort of thing. But
Guilty.
You're asking me to speculate. She's not asking you to speculate. She's asking you just questions and just wants you to answer them.
Yeah.
She's
and
not
will
asking
you
you
be
to
willing to
speculate on
answer
anything.
them? Like they picked you up from the picked you up at your house the other day and asked you questions for 11 hours.
Because he probably answered the questions like this.
Yeah.
I bet this is exactly how he was when the police picked him up and he was having his police interview. You're asking me to speculate, and I'm an honourable man, and I don't sweat, and I don't meet her because I don't know where the bar is, and I was getting pizza.
I'm an honourable man. I
answered these questions on television. Why don't you just go and watch the BBC interview I gave? There you go. You can get all the answers to your questions from there.
There you go, right there. I did it already. It made a fool out of myself.
But if push came to shove and the legal advice was to do so, really bound to do so.
Because you've said there are many unanswered questions. Everyone affected wants closure. You would help to provide that closure.
If in the right circumstances, yes, I would, because I think there's just as much closure for me as there is for everybody else, and undoubtedly, some very strange and unpleasant activities have been going on. I'm afraid to say that I'm not the person who can shed light on it for a number of reasons. One of which is that I wasn't there long enough. If you go in for a...
Now you're making yourself out to be a fool again, because you don't have to be there for about 15 minutes to know what's going on.
I think Shirley wants to come up. Do you want to come up, Shirley? She wants the link. Yeah. It just gets worse, didn't it?
Yeah, it's getting worse. He's getting
See,
more.
I like to go. I'd give evidence. Yeah.
Yeah, I will. If it comes to that, maybe, if I could help out. Yes. She was upstairs. Hold on. Yeah.
Day, 2 days at a time, it's quite easy, I'm led to believe, for those sorts of people
I
to
see.
hide their activities for that period of time and then carry on when you're not there.
Virginia Roberts' lawyers
Oh,
legal team
my
say
channel
that they've
link.
asked for a legal statement from you. There is an active FBI investigation.
Oh no, she wanted my channel link. I don't have a channel.
Oh.
I'm bound by what my legal advisors tell me.
Epstein was found dead.
Yep.
In prison.
Yes.
In August of this year.
Yeah.
What was your response on hearing that he'd died?
Shock.
Some people think that he didn't take his own life.
Well, there again, I'm not one to be able to answer that question. I believe that centres around something to do with a bone in his neck.
A bone?
As to whether or not, if you commit suicide, that bone breaks or something. But
What?
I'm afraid to say I'm not an expert. I have to take what the coroner
Okay,
says.
Shirley.
He has ruled that it was suicide. So
He's dead. His girlfriend,
Bye,
Karen Maxwell,
Cece.
your old friend,
Yeah.
was, victims say, complicit in his behaviour.
well, that bit I can't help you with because I've no idea.
Do you think that she has questions to answer about her role in this?
Well, in the same way that I have questions to answer, in the sense of what was I doing, and as I say that I was there to my mind, be honourable and say to him, look, you've been convicted. It would be incompatible for me to be seen with you. Unfortunately, somebody was standing there.
Be seen with you.
It's one of the very few photographs there are of us, but that was the case. If there are questions that Ghislaine has to answer, that's her problem. I'm afraid I'm not in a position to be able to comment one way or the other.
When was your last contact with her?
It was earlier this year, funny enough, in the summer, in the summer.
About what?
She was here doing some rally.
So even though he had by then been arrested and was facing charges of sex trafficking?
No. This was early spring, I think. It was long.
Uh-oh.
July.
No, it was before July.
And that was the last time?
Yeah.
Did you discuss Epstein at all then?
No, actually, funnily enough, no, not at all. There wasn't anything to discuss about him because he wasn't in the news. It wasn't, it was just, we moved on.
I want to talk about moving on now.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
Epstein is dead.
Yes.
The women are now being heard.
Quite rightly.
How do you move on from this?
Well, it's an interesting way of putting it.
I just move on. I don't care.
I just go on being a prince and shaking hands and meeting people and
I just carry on with my life. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Oh, thank you, Shirley. I felt the love today. I really did.
Doing since 2011. They're pretty well organised, pretty successful, and so I'm carrying on and trying to improve those things that I'm already doing.
I wonder what effect all this has had on your close family. You've got daughters of your own.
It has been what I would describe as a constant sore in the family.
Sore?
Oh, come on. How degrading to Virginia and those girls. They're just considered a sore.
A
This
sore.
is a constant sore to us.
A
How degrading for them.
It's a sore, a thorn like that.
The conversation about it, we're all left with the same thing of what on earth happened. Well, how did he get to where he was? What did he do? How did he do it? And so it's just a constant sort of gnaw. I mean, this first came out in 2011, and it was just, to all of us, because the photographs were published at a separate time to when I was there, and there was a sort of question like what was going on, and as a family we discussed it. And then in 2015, when the allegations were made in the deposition, there was a sort of this is the immediate family, not the wider family. The wider family couldn't be more supportive, but the immediate family, it was, well, what's all this about? And we all just we're at a loss. So it's just.
So I gave her £12 million.
Right, we were just lost. We were just.
I lost. So I just agreed to give her. I just decided to give her £12 million. There you go.
Yeah.
And to Her Majesty the Queen.
I don't believe it's been damaging to the Queen at all. Has to me.
This hasn't been damaging to the Queen at all. Yes, it has. Oh.
That she passed knowing her family was completely falling apart.
Yeah, it was.
Andrew, Harry and Meghan, she died with it falling to pieces.
Yeah.
Her legacy in tatters, really did.
And it's been a constant drip, if you see what I mean, in the background that people want to know. If I was in a position to be able to answer all these questions in a way that gave sensible answers, other than the ones that I've given that gave closure.
If I could answer them giving sensible answers, not the ones I've given, we're just waiting for you to give them sensible answers.
Tell the truth.
We don't want this stupid going around the houses, Meghan Markle word salad answers. We would just want the truth, something that actually does make sense.
Here, go give this to Daddy.
Just as much in the dark as many people.
How do you reconnect with the public then now?
Dark.
Exactly what I'm doing, which is to use and to continue to work with Pitch, to continue to work with IDEA and the things that I believe strongly in. I'm not somebody who does things in competition with people. Oddly, I do things in collaboration with people.
Oh, Mary.
Come to, as it were, a solution to a bigger problem.
That's naughty, but I like it. That's funny, Mary.
Particularly and also in areas of government and what they are doing, so that we're bringing everybody together, so that we're all pushing in the same direction. An IDEA now does that. We've been going properly now for 2 years. We've got 3.5 million people who've got a badge. We've got 500,000, or just over 500,000 young people who are using the service, and I'm trying to think what else we've got, but it's well, it's designed for 7 to 14-year-olds in the United Kingdom, and it turns out it's done from 5 to 95 around the world. So it's being done in 100 countries now. So we're slightly on the catch up for this one.
I know we have to bring this to a close because we're running out of time. You've faced questions today on a very, very raw subject. There has never been an interview like this before. I wonder what that tells us about the way the royal family now confronts these difficult situations. Has there been a sea change?
I think that the problem that we face in the 21st century is social media. There is a whole range of things that you face now that you didn't face 25 years ago because it was just the print media. And I think that to some extent there is a thick skin that you have to have. And again, I'm not a confrontationalist myself. I would prefer to be able to, as it were, resolve things in a way that is sensible. And so choosing to, as it were, get out there and talk about these things, it's almost a mental health issue to some extent for me, in the sense that it's been nagging at my mind for a great many years.
Oh, poor you. Poor guy. Him and his mental health.
What's been nagging in him? What does he mean
This
by that?
this issue has been nagging at him, and he's got a thick skin and his mental health. Poor guy.
I know.
Poor guy.
Poor
Do you know what's really even worse about all this? Well, it's not because of poor Virginia, but Meghan Markle's had a go on that man. Allegedly.
Andrew?
Allegedly, yeah. She's had a go on that man. Oh, allegedly.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Judgment, and I made the wrong decision. But I made the wrong decision and the wrong judgment, I believe, fundamentally for the right reasons, which is to say to somebody, I'm not going to see you again. And in fact, from that day forth, I was never in contact with him. The subsequent allegations are what I would describe as surprising, shocking, and a distraction. But there are all sorts of things that are on the internet and out there in the public domain that we just sort of go, well, yeah, but I'm afraid this is, it just never happened.
You've talked about a thick skin.
What's he talking about now? Rambling about nothing.
That it never happened.
Rambling about the internet.
Yes, he is, Shirley.
Of guilt, regret, or shame about any of your behaviour and your friendship with Epstein?
As far as Mr. Epstein is concerned, it was the wrong decision to go and see him in 2010. As far as my association with him was concerned, it had some seriously beneficial outcomes in areas that have nothing to do with what I would describe as what we're talking about today. On balance, could I have avoided ever meeting him? Probably not, and that's because of my friendship with Ghislaine. It was inevitable that we would have come across each other. Do I regret the fact that he has quite obviously conducted himself in a manner unbecoming? Yes.
Unbecoming? He was a sex offender.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm being polite, and in the sense that he was a sex offender. But no. Was I right in having him as a friend at the time? And bearing in mind this was some years before he was accused of being a sex offender. I don't think there was anything wrong then. The problem was the fact that once he had been convicted,
you stayed with him.
I stayed with him, and that's the bit that as it were, I kick myself for on a daily basis.
I kick myself for.
Yeah, he thinks it's funny.
I just made such a silly mistake.
Oh, I kick myself.
I just made such a silly mistake. And I kick myself for it. Oh.
You made a lot of mistakes.
I don't think there was anything wrong then. The problem was the fact that once he had been convicted,
you stayed with him.
I stayed with him, And that's the bit that as it were, I kick myself for on a daily basis, because it was not something.
Don't laugh, Andrew. Don't laugh. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
Standards and practices, and I let the side down. Simple as that.
This interview has been exceptionally rare. You might not speak on this subject again. Is there anything you feel has been left unsaid that you would like to say now?
No, I don't think so. I think you've probably dragged out most of what is required, and I'm truly grateful for the opportunity you've given me to be able to discuss this.
Your Royal Highness, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Was that a positive thing, Andrew? Is that a positive thing?
Yeah.
This is jaw-dropping interview
Yes.
with Prince Andrew for BBC Newsnight back in 20.
That was crazy.
It was awful.
It was awful, guys. Awful, awful, awful.
You exposed how someone's character, you can dress it up and do your hair nice and all fancy clothes, but your character, that rotten character, will always shine through no matter what.
Shine through.
However you dress yourself up, your
Show
character
itself.
always seeps through. It does.
Yeah, and show itself. And it's something else. Guys, this has been a wonderful live. Thank you so much for joining me today and being a part of this show.
I like talking about things like this.
Thank you, Demon Dictator, for coming and being
You're welcome.
the host. I really appreciate your company.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you, Side Chat.
Yeah,
I felt the love today.
Andrew messed himself all the way up with that interview.
It was the start of the downfall, and now, well done, Virginia. He's just got arrested and hopefully charged. One day, hopefully he'll be charged for that. He'll pay for that, what he did to that poor girl and anybody else.
Exactly. Oh. Okay, lovely people. Kisses.
Okay.
And have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I will see you again tomorrow.
We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Doodle Bird. Thank you, Marine. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mary. I know Pickles is usually in here. Let me say bye to Pickles just in case. Bye-bye, guys. Bye, Marine.